So how much does it actually cost to renovate an abandoned house in Japan? So in my previous video, I told you guys I bought this abandoned house in Japan for 28,000 US dollars. So when you purchase a house, you have the fudosan fee. Fudosan is Japanese for real estate agent. There's a new rule in Japan that anything under 8 million yen, which is roughly, I don't know, 50, 60,000 US dollars, they have a set fee of 330,000 yen, which the buyer has to pay to the fudosan, and then the seller also has to pay that to the fudosan. Now anything over 8 million yen, I think it's like a 3% commission of the total cost of the house. So for this house it was about 5 million yen, and then I had to pay 330,000 yen for the real estate agent. And then on top of that I had the jurisdictional scrivener. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but yeah, it's someone that needs to sign off on the contract or something like that. So I had the jurisdictional scrivener, I had the property tax, total amount, including the real estate agent, and then all the paperwork. It came to 430,000 yen on top of what I paid for the house. So of course, when it comes to renovating these older homes, that can add up quite a bit. Luckily with this house, I didn't have to do too many major renovations. A lot of it's kind of cosmetic, and I've been recycling material and reusing as much as I can. Now I didn't have much of a plan when it come to how I'm going to renovate this house, but I did have a rough idea of the kind of style or how I would like it to look. Of course, being in the mountains in the Japanese Alps, I always wanted like a log cabin, like a image of a log cabin surrounded by forest and that kind of cozy vibe. I've always wanted that. Unfortunately, they're pretty expensive here. And then when this house came up on the market, seeing the view, I was just blown away by the view, and I loved it. And it was the perfect size for me and what I was looking for. So I put down my offer. I got it within a week, and then I actually got the keys 3 weeks later, which is pretty fast in Japan. I know some people, it takes up to 6 months until they receive their keys. It wasn't the style of house I was looking for, but the foundation was good, the structure was good. I went around all the rooms with my level to make sure all the hashida, which are the beams, were nice and level, which is quite important for when you're rebuilding. I actually work as a freelance contractor around this area, renovating people's homes and lodges. And that's one of the main things I always run into when I'm reframing some walls or doorways and stuff, or nothing's ever level, nothing's ever straight. So yeah, I went around the house and checked everything. Also checked for termite damage. Now, I checked all around the house, all the foundation, but there was no latch in the floor to kind of look under the crawl space of the house. Now, I discovered termites when I started to renovate the Japanese room. I had a company come around to, well, I had 3 companies come around to give me a quote for changing the tatami mats and changing the fusima doors, the sliding doors, because I really wanted to just kind of freshen it up a little bit. And as we pulled up the tatami mat to load it into the truck, the guy noticed the termites on the tatami mat. And then we've seen in the floorboards, the whole termite tunnels, termites everywhere. I was so shocked. But in saying that, if I knew termites before I bought the house, I don't think it would have changed anything on my purchase. Because yeah, it was such a great property and a great location, and then I would have just had to deal with it anyway. But luckily I found the termites within 1 month of moving in, and there was no too much structural damage with that under the floors. So it's pretty good. But that was another big cost of this house. Change all of the washitsu, which is the tatami room. I actually brought in a company that specializes in that, which they renovate or they reform the tatami mats, and then all the fusima sliding doors, all the graphics and stuff like that. I did do the shikui myself in the room. So to get rid of the termites, that was 180,000 yen. And funnily enough, I actually got 3 companies to come in and give me a quote for the termite damage. So this is quite a good lesson for you guys. When you're in Japan, make sure you get about 3 companies, regardless of what it is, replacing windows, your gas boiler, floors, whatever it is you need done. Get minimum 3 companies to come in and have a look and then give you a quote. So as an example, this termite company came in. The first quote was 430,000 yen. And then I had a second company come in, and then they quoted about 300,000 yen. They were both saying the same thing and going to do the same job. but the price was so different. And then the third company, which is actually the company that done my tatami mats and the sliding doors, they gave me the cheapest quote of 180,000 yen, which is a huge difference to the first company that came in. And basically what that is, they go under the house and they drill in to all the floor joists and supporting beams, and they spray or insert some kind of chemical into that. And there's a warranty, a 10-year warranty on top of that. So if termites come back within 10 years, then the company will come out free of charge to redo all again. And if the termites create any damage, then they'll replace it free of charge under the 10-year warranty. So that's really good. It's a nice kind of peace of mind. So another big upfront cost I had to pay for the house was, of course, the fireplace. Now the fireplace, they're so expensive in Japan, but luckily I got mine cheap off a friend. So I only paid 30,000 yen for an almost new cast iron fireplace. The original cost of that is about $4,000. So yeah, I got really lucky with that. But one of the big costs was the installation of the fireplace, including all the chimney parts. So I got a local contractor coming from Hakuba. He's a local Japanese guy, and he specializes in that. So he came in and installed my fireplace for me. So the whole cost of that, including fireplace and the installation, comes to about 460,000 yen. So it wasn't cheap, but I knew it was something that I always wanted. So that's a rough idea of all the major costs of the renovations with outside contractors and bringing in other people and companies. But after that, everything else I done myself, which saved a lot of money. So let's start off with the main room of the house, the living and kitchen. Now, the living room and kitchen were absolutely filthy when I moved in here. Yellow stains, I don't know, smoke, grease. It was just a horrible room. So I had to strip off all the wallpaper, and there was holes everywhere. Big holes in all the plasterboard, both in the living room and kitchen. So I needed to repair them anyway, but as my whole idea was to kind of create this log cabin vibe, I was putting wood paneling up everywhere in the living and kitchen. I wanted that kind of coziness. So repairing the holes in the wall wasn't such of a major issue. Now the wood panel I got for the living room and kitchen, that was quite a big expense because I ordered it from a local timber yard because I wanted 4-meter lengths at this specific width to kind of give that kind of log cabin vibe. So all in all, the total of the wood for the living room and kitchen comes to 110,000 yen. And then I have little bits and pieces like paint that I've done the ceilings with. And I've not yet done the floor, so that'll be another upcoming expense. Basically, when I moved into this house, I had absolutely nothing. So everything you see, I had to buy. So I bought a new sofa. So luckily this was from an outlet shop. The original cost of this sofa was about 400,000 yen. And I managed to get it for 100,000 yen brand new. As soon as I sat on it in the shop, I thought, okay, this is the sofa I want. It was perfect. And then I bought fridge, gas cooker, basically everything you see here. It's all from either display models from home centers or from recycle shops. So that brings the living room and the kitchen to a total of about 300,000 yen, which is not too bad to finish all this. So the hallway in the hobby room, all I done was strip the wallpaper and then plaster it with the shikui plaster. Now one tub of this plaster costs 16,000 yen, which I think is roughly $120 or something. I don't really know the US dollars. I'm just saying US dollars as a kind of more of a global currency. But yeah, 16,000 yen for one tub of shikui, and I used 3 tubs of shikui in this area. The wood I used in my little ski storage room, that's actually all extra wood from when I paneled the hallway. And the hallway I used the Sho Sugiban, so the charcoaled cedar, and that's not so cheap. So a packet of 8 of them comes to about, I think, 8,000 yen for 8, which gives me about 130 centimeters of coverage. And I think I bought 4 packs of that, so 4 times 8,000 yen. So about 32,000 yen for the wood. And then I had some left over, which I used for the ski storage room. So in the bathroom, this was another room that was absolutely disgusting. I don't know, there's just grease everywhere. They had like the old vinyl floor, vinyl wallpaper, just really thick grease that when you run your finger through it, it was like, ugh. So that all had to go. I stripped all the wallpaper off in the bathroom, and then I took off the vinyl floor. Now, I used cedar wood paneling in this bathroom, and I used 4 packets of this cedar wood panel that I just got from the local hardware store. This was a little bit cheaper than the burnt cedar, and this was about 6,000 yen for a pack of 8. The floor in the bathroom, and this is actually funny, these are just floor tiles from Amazon. It wasn't even expensive at all. I think it was about 2,000 yen to do my whole floor in here, just using the Amazon floor tiles. But one of the big purchases in this room is the sink. I really love this style of sink. It's actually a Japanese ceramic that I also got on Amazon. This was 23,000 yen, including the tap. So it's not so bad. And the actual wood that I built it on was a free bit of wood I found from a hotel. That didn't work so much, so I just had to replace it as a temporary measure with this IKEA desktop that I just put together. Actually, that only costs, I think, 200 yen if I remember. And then all the wood for the framing of the sink, that's just free leftover wood from other projects. So the washing machine I bought from a used shop. So if I remember, it was about 30,000 yen, which was kind of the budget I was looking for a washing machine. And there's a lot of things in the house that wasn't super exciting to buy. I never thought I would learn so much about different types of washing machines until I moved into a house. But yeah, this model seemed to do all the jobs and yeah, cleans the clothes and does what it does. So 30,000 yen is about 200 and something bucks. Not bad. So the toilet, it's again same like the bathroom. The wallpaper was like super greasy, this old vinyl stuff. Vinyl flooring, disgusting. I ripped all that off, replaced the floor with the same tiles I used in the bathroom. They were actually leftover ones from the bathroom, so I didn't have to buy any more of them. The toilet was 65,000 yen on Amazon. And then of course, to get the plumber to come in and install it, I think 12,000 yen. And then all the wood on the wall here in the back, that's all scrap offcuts from the wood paneling in the hallway and the ski room. Okay, so now we're in the Genkang area. As everyone commented in the previous video, the foyer in English. So that was a new word for me, the foyer. I don't think I spent much money in this area. All I done was rip out the old cupboard and stuff like that. And then I rebuilt some bench. It's pretty cheap wood. I think it's 1,000 yen per 2 meters. It's called cafe board in the local hardware store here. It's really good for building solid pieces like this. But this continues with the hallway and the ski storage, which I used the same shikui plaster, which was 16,000 yen a tub. So in this whole area was 4 tubs. So it's not so bad. So now we're into the master bedroom. This had absolutely nothing in it before. So I had to buy everything from scratch. As again, it wasn't so expensive and it wasn't such a big renovation project. I've yet to do any of the flooring on the whole house. So pretty much just walls are done in here. This is with a different shikui plaster, a different brand. It's slightly cheaper at 12,000 yen a tub. This is a lot smoother style. So it looks more like a paint than a plaster. But it's still similar to the plaster I'd done in the hallways. Just a smoother finish. Bed frame I got on Amazon. I think it was 12,000 yen. It's another thing, wasn't super exciting searching for bed frames, but needed something to put the mattress on. The TV I picked up in Costco just randomly. We only went to go get some bread and stuff like that, and I seen this TV on for sale, 65 inch, and I thought, damn, I own a house now and I've never bought a big TV like that in my life. So I thought, I'm going to treat myself, and realised it's too big for the living room, so it had to come in the upstairs bedroom. So in total for this room, for the paint, I'd say it was about 12,000 yen. We only used 1 bucket of paint. And then just for bits and pieces, television, bed and stuff like that, I'd bring it to about 200,000 yen. And then we come to my office. So this is like one of my favourite rooms of the house. This is where I spend most of my time actually editing photos and making these YouTube videos and stuff like this. This didn't really cost anything. All I done was the wall. The desk I purchased that brand new. It's 12,000 yen from Nitori, so it wasn't so expensive. Nitori is like a furniture shop here in Japan. I thought it was the perfect size to fit in this corner here. And then again, all the walls I just done the same as the previous bedroom. Probably used half of a tub in here. So it would only cost about 6,000 to 8,000 yen. I put blinds in every room, and these blinds I just got made on Amazon. They just measured the size and the company shipped them out a few weeks later. They only cost 3,000 yen per blind. So a lot of savings on that, but I think eventually I will put curtains up. The wood paneling, that was quite expensive, but I know every room I wanted the wood paneling feature. I'd like to put up some photos and stuff like that here in the future, but I've yet to print anything off yet. I think this is going to be my wall where I put all my ski and snowboard photos up. So the wood paneling in this room, this probably cost about 12,000 yen in total. So all in all, the total of this office room is about 12, I'd say about 30,000 yen. And then we come to the guest bedroom. So the guest bedroom again had nothing in here. It wasn't actually in bad condition. So the wallpaper was actually pretty good compared to the rest of the house. So I still plastered all over everything. And then I just put up some decorations. See mattresses that I got from free from Facebook Marketplace. Someone in a lodge was getting rid of their mattresses and it was in pretty good condition, so I just picked that up from their house. The frame I got from Amazon, only cost 8,000 yen. So I guess the most expensive thing in this room is actually the wood paneling on the wall here. It would be about another 12,000 yen. So I guess the total cost of this room, I'd put it at about 30,000 yen, something like that. Yeah, as you see from this room, I've not done anything yet. I've took the floor out because I had like a mice problem, so I need to fix all this and re-floor everything, and then I need to completely renovate this room. This room, the wallpaper is absolutely disgusting, and what you guys can't see from the video is it absolutely smells like tobacco. So the wallpaper will be stripped off, and yeah, I'm going to completely freshen this room up. It's probably going to be styled similar to the previous room. This wall here with the window will be all wood panel, and then it will just be like this nice cream shikui everywhere else. So as you see, the house isn't fully finished yet. I need to do all the floors, so that's quite a big expense. So it's the reason I've not started that yet. It's also quite a big job, but that will be done in the future. There's another few jobs that I'd like to get done, but one of the big jobs I've yet to complete is replacing all the windows for double glazing. And the reason I haven't done any of that yet is Japan actually have a subsidiary program, which I found out from one of you guys leaving a comment below in the previous video. So after I read the comment, I went and researched it, and yeah, Japan has this national program for installing double glazing. So there's a little bit of a catch. You have to go with a local contracting company, which I've already called up. But basically, I think the local company will come in, they'll provide a quote, I pay the whole upfront fee, and then I think a few months or up to 6 months later, I get some of it back, maybe half back. I'm not quite sure the percentage, but I'm still yet to hear from the company on that. But yeah, that's a big must. I need to replace all the windows with double glazing. But another big expense I've got to do before the winter season arrives, I've got to replace my water boiler. It's not broken, but it's very old and it makes strange sounds, and yeah, and it's probably on its way out at some point. And I'd rather replace it before the winter season comes because I want hot water in the winter. So all in all, total costs, including renovation and all the kind of boring paperwork stuff, the Judriscano Scrivener and things like that, comes to about 2.5 million yen. There's still a lot more work that needs to be done, and I'll be making videos along the way. And hopefully if you guys are enjoying this renovation series, there'll be a lot more videos in this upcoming summer, a lot more work to be done, and a lot more van trips and just getting out and exploring Japan and going around the local area. If you guys are new to the channel and you've not yet seen the house tour video, yeah, make sure you go back and check that out, where I walk you guys through the house and show you room by room everything that's been done. And I also received a lot of comments from the previous videos. What do I do in Japan? How long have I been here? What kind of visa I have and stuff like that. And throughout the videos, I'll be answering questions along the way. But if you guys want a bit more of a deeper dive into who I am and what I do here, yeah, make sure you go check out the channel and go on a bit of a deep dive back to my previous videos. I'm a ski and snowboard photographer, now living here in Nagano. I used to live in a van, now I live in a house. I'm still running my business here in the winters, and during the summers I've took a bit of a career break from what I used to do and just enjoying life, renovating the house and playing in nature. And of course, taking this one for a walk every day.